Hi, welcome to Simply Scrapping. Today's video is a run through of half of the page kits I prepared for June. So what's happening in June? Well, it's 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and it's series 15. So Christy collates sketches from different people. I think some of hers are included as well, but she asks anyone who wants to contribute a sketch, and then she compiles them all, and one is released every day during June, and you just create a layout using that sketch. Anyone who wants to do videos of all the sketches as you go along can actually gain access to the sketches early, which is what I've done. So I got all the sketches yesterday morning, and I have been feverishly putting together page kits. So printing out photos, matching them to sketches and paper. Some will have embellishments, some won't. I got a little bit overwhelmed last night when I got to like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I went, I've had enough for today. So then I picked it up again this morning, and I've just finished. So what I thought this video would be is a run through of the first 15 days. Now I'm not going to show you the sketch. I do have them in each one though, so I can keep it all organised and together. But I won't be showing the sketch because I want them to be a surprise come June. Now as I go through, like I said, some will have embellishments, some won't. Some were really obvious when I went, yes, I know I have this, I can add into that kit. Others, it's just paper and the photos and the sketch. Because what I plan to do is work a few days ahead. So say 3 days ahead, I'll make sure that for the next 3 days coming, I've got embellishments in there and things that I can think of to add into that kit. So if there's things I need to stamp ahead of time, colour ahead of time, die cut, those sort of things, then I will prepare that a few days ahead and then pop them in the page kit before I actually do the page. Alright, so with that being said, what I have to pull from for embellishments is what could possibly be in each of these page kits, but I also have my coloured boxes of embellishments, which which I could talk sometimes, words are hard. If you've watched some of my videos before, and I also try not to run all my words together. I tend to talk fast when I do videos. I don't know why. I need to slow down. Okay, what I also have are these boxes that are color coded. So this is the white box. I've got this out because I'm doing a monochromatic layout next. So I've got all sorts of white embellishments in here. And I will pull from these boxes. Here's another one. This is just all metallics, golds and silvers. So I will pull from these as well for my embellishments. But I also have a list up on my whiteboard. Let me just put these boxes out of the way. Up on my whiteboard in front of me, so it reminds me of where to draw embellishments from, because I'm on a use your stash campaign at the moment, and I haven't bought anything for quite some time, and I don't plan to buy anything for quite some time until I have my substantial stash down quite a bit. So the things I have to pull from are stamps, dies, punches, embossing, so that's both dry and wet embossing. So dry is your embossing folders, wet is your embossing powder with the the powder, and you heat it, is what I'm trying to say. Multimedia, flares. I have in this kit, you can see I've got some flares that I made. I had a heap of these made in kits and had them in my online store. So all the ones that didn't sell, I pulled them all off the cards, and I have a big bag of them now. So I'm going to incorporate them as often as I can in these page kits. Scrap FX. I also have the Scrap FX chipboard elements. So there's all sorts of themes. There's words, there's icons. I have a heap of that as well, so I'm going to use that as much as I can. Creative Fabrica. I have a subscription to Creative Fabrica, and it is amazing sorry, for embellishments. You just type in what you're looking for, and you'll get hundreds and hundreds of options. I download them, print them out, and then I've got a brother scan and cut, which helps me cut them out sometimes if I'm being lazy. I love fussy cutting, so most of the time I'll just fussy cut them. But when I'm being lazy, I will pull out the scan and cut them out. And then I've also got a file of digital files. So there's a Canadian company called, the name escapes me. I'll put it down below, but they have lots of digital embellishments and things as well. I also have some that I've picked up along the years from different companies. So that's what I go to pull my embellishments, rather than going and buying something that suits the page that I'm doing. What helps with not going and buying something is I don't have any close scrapbook stores. My closest is probably 40-50 minutes away, so it's like, well, I'm not going for a drive. I'll just use what I've got or find something to use. So this is on the board in front of me all the time, reminding me as I'm doing pages what I have to pull from. Right, so let's go. Day 1. Now I apologise, they're all going to be in plastic bags, but I need to keep them sorted. So they all will have photos and paper and the sketch. Oh my goodness. This is going to be good if I can't get it out of the plastic bag. Day 1. We are going to move the sketch aside so you don't see that. We'll start with the photos. Alright, these are vintage photos. My mother and her mother, so my grandmother. And they were dressed up for someone's wedding. And this is a really overexposed photo. I might try, I think I do have these somewhere as a scanned slide. Like, you know the old-fashioned slides you used to get, you put in the projector. Pretty sure these were all on slides, and I scanned them all in at one time. So I will see if I have this and make it a little bit less overexposed. But if I can't, they're the photos I'm using. So I have this really old fuzzy felt. Now, how old is this? This is not going to stick anymore, guarantee that. I don't even know if there's a date on it. It's from Kaiser Craft. Don't see a date, but it's really old. I think I bought this in the 90s or the early 2000s. Providing the felt is not perished. I know they won't stick. I'll have to add glue to them, but I dug those out. So my stash is really old. And I also have these border cardboard bits, were from Doodlebug Designs. Paper frills, they're called. No date on them, older, but about the same time. That's when I bought most of my stash. Early 2000s. Then I have the flares that I made. Pink floral. I just pulled those because they sort of go with this paper. And then we have, this is a Kaiser Craft range. It doesn't have the thing on the bottom, so I don't know what range it was from. Single-sided. Here's another one. That's what I have for day 1. So with these, besides having to add embellishments obviously to them, I'll also add some plain papers as well. So I will go through my stash of plain cardstock or even the patterned cardstock and find some more that will go with the layout. So these are basically, I should call them like your basic page kit. So it's a jumping off point. Alright, day 2. This one I think we only have photos and, whoa, okay. We will move the sketch. Day 2, I have this photo of my daughter eating cake, and that look on her face is just hilarious. So I don't know what the title will be, but I'll come up with something, but I couldn't resist that photo. And what I'm using for this is a basic grey collection called, does it have a name? RSVP, I think it's called. Oh yeah, look, it's right there. RSVP. So this one's perfect. It's got cupcakes, so you know. So this is basic grey. Now these are vintage as well. Well, not vintage, but they're old. Because basic grey, I believe, hasn't made pattern paper for quite some time. So this is a fun collection. I know I'll be using that cupcake paper. I'm not sure what else out of this range I'll be using. This is a favourite of mine. I want to keep this paper forever because it's absolutely beautiful. I won't be using it for this layout, I don't think. I want something more special to use that on. So this is a page of stickers, alphabet stickers, and then a page of embellishments. So I know the Let Them Eat Cake will end up on the page. So there you go, that is that collection. So I scored a heap of basic grey paper, and I think I have a video on it where I said I scored the mother load of basic grey. I came across an online store that had them really cheap. They were like 20 cents a sheet or something, and then the collections were like $10, and I went, oh yes please, give them to me all. Give them all to me. Alright, day 3. Sorry, this is in a really crinkly plastic bag, so I'll try to do this non-crinkly. Day 3. Alright, we have 2 photos here of myself and my cousin. We were dressed up for the school dance, and I think my mother made both those dresses. I know she made mine. I think she made my cousin's as well. And I don't know how old I was there. 6, 7, something like that. And I think at the time my mum was in hospital having an operation, so I stayed with my aunt, which is her mum. And I remember sleeping on the floor. Yes, because that's her lounge room. Before we went for the dance. And I remember sleeping on a mattress or a blow-up bed or something next to my cousin's bed in her bedroom, between her bed and the wardrobe. And I idolised her growing up. Absolutely amazing. So I loved being there and staying over. Alright, so this is a Kaiser Craft collection. It has already been used, but there's heaps left in it. So there's, what's it called? It's English Rose collection. So there's rub-ons that probably don't rub on anymore. We will see how we go. Black and white rub-ons and coloured rub-ons. And then there's some sticker elements as well. We have some cut aparts that have already been cut apart from the sheet left over. And some more sheets that have been cut into. But then we do still have some full pages. I think with this collection, I really liked it when it came out, and I think I bought several of each page, because I remember going into my local scrapbook shop and they would have on a, pretty sure it was a Friday morning, they would have put all the new collections that came in out on stock on the previous night. And as you walk in the front door, they had the racks just there. And I distinctly remember every Friday going in and just going down the rack of papers, pulling one over every one. And then I'd look at them. Even if I didn't really like the collection, I'd still have to buy it. And then having a look at the papers and going, oh yeah, I need more than one of that. So then I'd go back for another one of a couple of them or something. And then, of course, you know, next to that they had all the embellishments, if there was packets of embellishments. So this one I've already got the cardstock in there. That's a bonus. So yes, that was a ritual every Friday. Every Friday lunch from work, I would hop over to the shop and collect the latest things. Alright, so it's day 3. So a lot of this that I've got in my stash now is actually from what I bought back then. It's very dangerous working. At one time I was working up the street from the local scrapbook shop. Then I changed jobs, and then I was working, I'm just going to cover that up a little bit. And then I was changed jobs, and I was working upstairs from another scrapbook shop. So, yes, every lunchtime it would be down to the one downstairs to grab a couple of things. And then once a week, drive up the street. It was just literally a walk up the street to the other one. Yeah, and then they moved premises, so then I'd have to go for a little bit of a drive. But it was only like 10 minutes from work, so yeah. Alright, so day 4. We have some old vintage photos again. This is probably, actually it might tell me, here we go. Doesn't say the year, 25th of December, after Christmas dinner at Queenie and Alex's, Como, Perth, WA. We had that school holidays, we put caravan on the back of the car and drove across to Perth from Sydney. And I don't know what year. He's just got, this is my dad's writing, and he's just got the month, the day and the month, so I don't know. It would have been, I think I was still in primary school. So it was in the 70s sometime. But yeah, they're the photos. That is the sketch. And here's another basic grey collection, Phoebe. This I think is only all, yes, it's only all single-sided paper. So this is a fun collection, nice and bright. 2 of each. I think this was from the shop that had them online, like 20 cents a sheet not that long ago. I really like this one with the birds on it. So that is what I'm using for day 4. Oh, there's another one in there. 2 of each. Yeah. So this is, I'm so looking forward to this. I'm going to use up so much of my stash. Like, there'll be scraps obviously from these. I won't use, you know, what was there, eight pages of paper there. So I won't use that on one layout. So there will be whole sheets left and scraps. So you can use them again, which is good. Make your stash go further. Alright, day 5, a Christmas one. So as you can see, as I went along, I started to add less and less. It was just paper and no embellishments for a lot of them. Wait a second, I just need a drink. Okay, day 5, Christmas photo of my family. I have 1 embellishment, and then I have 3 sheets of paper. They're single-sided. Do you remember these? These are all the rage, and I think I grabbed them for everything. So many of them, and I hardly used any of them, you know. And then the mittens, that is from We Are Memory Keepers. Do we have a date? No, we don't have a date. It's called White Christmas with the yellow on the back, and still we don't have a date. 2010. Doesn't snow in Australia, but I love the colour of it. It's nice and bright. The mittens, and yeah, love that Merry Christmas. So that'll be a fun one. Day 5. Alright, we are a third of the way there for this video, and then I'll come back and do another one for days 15 to 30. Day 6. We have some graphic 45 papers. And we have a vintage photo. This is of my father when he was a baby. So if you look closely, you can see that it's speckled, because on the photo, that this was a photo taken of a photo. The photo had started to deteriorate with mold and stuff on it, as old photos do. So I don't have the originals anymore. I gave them to my brother. But before I did, I took photos of them all. So that's a photo of a photo. And I'm using Graphic 45 Little Darlings collection. So this is the collection. Oh, that's so cute. I've got 2 pages of each. Probably. I normally do. So nice. Now I think there is multiple colours of this collection. Yeah, here we go. So they're sort of all the greenish tones, and then I had them separated on my shelf by like I was making mini page kits and putting some together, just papers together, and that in doing that I separated some collections, and then it worked for a while doing that, but now it's like that doesn't really work for me because I may want to incorporate another color in this. Like this is all the greens, but I may want to incorporate like a bit of a pink or a blue or something, and if I've got them separated into kits or sections, I can't do that. So that's what that paper was in the middle just there, was dividing them into page kits basically. So here's another one. So you'll find, you know, when, I love that, when you're organizing your stash, the way you use things change, and sometimes you'll listen to someone's advice and at the time you go, oh, that's really good, and you'll change things to follow their system, and then later you'll find that, well, hang on, their system doesn't work for me, or if you tried to work with it, it doesn't work, or the way you actually work with things changes. So don't be scared to change how your systems work. Cute. Right, so that is day, I lost my days, what was it? Day 6. Okay, now there's one of these I want to put back at the top to remind me of what I'm doing for the sketch. So I'm not going to give it away, but there's something on this page that works for the sketch, and that's why I chose, partly why I chose that paper. Day 6. Okay. Day 7. We have a Kaiser Craft collection. Sorry, crinkly bag. And we have some old photos of my parents when they met. Well, when they met, it's when they were going out. Before they were engaged. And then a photo from their wedding day. So that's the story I'm telling on this layout, is this turned into this. So they're the photos. And I'm using Kaiser Craft Magnolia Grove collection. Pretty. I actually can't remember what colour my mother's bridesmaids dresses were, so since they're black and white photos, it doesn't matter what collection I use. I just chose one that I wanted to use for the layouts. Whoops. Branding strips I've kept because they're Kaiser Craft used to, I don't know if they do anymore. They always have patterns on the back of the branding strips, so they're handy. And then there's a partial sticker sheet. So not many embellishments in there. But like I said, I've got a list of things I can draw from to add more embellishments. So that is day 7. And anyone who would remember what colour my mum's bridesmaids dresses were, unfortunately passed away, so I don't know if I ever asked her. Okay, day 8. Another Kaiser Craft collection. I was a big Kaiser Craft fan, obviously. Okay, day 8. A tiny little red. I think I'm going to use that somehow. That can go in the bin. Alright, day 8. This one is all about my son's obsession with cars and lining things up. So we already have some die cuts. They look like aeroplanes, but anyway. Buttons and some ribbon. And then Kaiser Craft rub-ons where they still rub on. Don't know. Now, if you know, let me know. But I think I read somewhere once or saw somewhere once that if they won't rub on, you can microwave them for a certain amount of time or something, and then they'll rub back on. Before I try that, I want to know if anyone knows that. Is that a fallacy? Does it work? Or do you know of another way I can get these, if they don't rub on, to activate them again to use them as rub-ons? That'd be great. Just comment below. Alright, so some cutouts that are already cut out. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. Oh, I've got a good train layout I could use that on. Oh, yeah, I have to remember that. So try not to use it for this one. Cut apart page, that's already got some out of it. And then a sticker page. And that, well, wait, I was going to say, it's got to be pattern paper, isn't there? Oh, no, that's another, that's just a banners edging page. So I do need to add some papers to this because I can't create a layout just using that. But that's okay, we can do that. So day 8. Day 9, another Christmas one. Okay, so this one has lots of little photos on it. So Christmas baubles, all the decorations, some of, not all, some of the decorations on our tree. Lots of baubles and things. And then some Christmas papers. So I think as well for this one, I may be adding papers. Oh no, I might not have to because I can use the reverse side of that one and then the reverse side of this one. So that's a lovely collection. They all, there's no name on them. There's no branding on them. I'm assuming it's Kaiser Craft, but I really don't know. So, but they are beautiful papers. Love them. I know I've had them for a while because I remember buying them. And I did resist on buying several of them because I do have a lot of Christmas. Day 10, we are nearly there to 15. Okay, day 10. Now I can tell you this paper pad I bought at an op shop for like $2. Day 10, what have we got? Oh, okay, I even know the title. And that's a photo of me in my stitchy spot because my other passion is cross stitching. So that is me with my, you can't see them, but I've got these goggle things on. You can just see the headband. I've got the goggle things on that help me see because I'm blind as a bat. To see the work, I've got my threads hanging down there, my light, my photo, my pattern up there, and my cat sitting on the quilt in front of me. Oh, that's so funny. I have those same pants on today. What? Oh, that's so funny. There you go. So, the title is going to be Stitch. So this I got from op shop for $2, and then I was looking at the back of it, and it's actually one you could buy at Aldi. So they must have had some scrapbook supplies at a time. And the reason I chose this to go with that photo is because, I'll show you the paper, there's papers in here that look like cross stitching. When I find it, I'll show you. These I'm not so sure about. They're like glossy. They're very thin, but I guess I can still make them work. So 2 pages of embellishments. See, this one has, I don't know if you can see that, it's got crosses up the top and then crosses down there. So houses, this has sort of got like stitching down there. This one has love heart crosses. Plaid, another plaid, little green. These I notice are perforated, so I hope they're true 12 by 12, I don't know. But it's got like perforation up there. Buttons, all different stitches. This is like all stitched. Triangles with stitching, so it looks like a quilting type. Houses, and that's it. So that was pretty cool for $2. Oops, I can make that work. So that is day 10. I think it would be cool on this one to actually do some stitching because that's what it's about. Day 11. And who is this? We have a Echo Park. This is an older collection, 2012, that I've used quite a bit of. The photos I'm scrapping are these ones of when we went out for my daughter's birthday a couple of years ago. We always pick an outing for the day, somewhere that person wants to go. So my daughter wanted to go to, there's a place at Tamborine Mountain called the Rainforest Walk, I think it is. And it's got this big cantilever above the forest that you walk out onto. So that's where they're standing. Yeah, it was just a really lovely day out. So I wanted to scrap these photos. Okay, so this and that. Oops. It's more a boys themed, but if I don't, use the obvious boy things, it can be an outdoors feel. That's what I was going for. There's a lovely family element there I can use. So it doesn't have to be just boys. Good alphabets there. Together is the best place to be. I can see that being my heading. And there's a sticker sheet. So I have used some of this, obviously, but there's still a lot camera that I can use. That doesn't have to be all boys. Tickets. Yeah, lots still here. Lots left in here. That's good. And it's really nice thick paper, Echo Park. This is nice. Sorry, I keep hitting my light with the paper. I see. And then bits and pieces. This feels like authentic. It's got the texture on it. Oh no, it's My Mind's Eye, is it? Stella and Rose by My Mind's Eye. I don't know. I must have used that in with these papers when I last used them. This is another My Mind's Eye, Miss Caroline. Yeah, I must have used this and that yardsticks. So that one's still that same collection. Oh, that's a Kaisercraft check-in collection. And that's a piece of paper. Cool. So there's enough in there to make a page. Alright, day 11. We have only a few more to go. Okay, day 12. Okay, these photos are of one of my birthday parties at home. When I was little, that's me at the front. Blowing out the candles. And another one of us sitting around the cake. So I'm using October Afternoon Cake Walk, I should say. Lots of really cool stickers on this sheet. And then a sheet of, looks like alphabets and things like, I was going to say, oh, H for hat, yes, C for cake, yes, they're cool. Beautiful check on the back. Oh, I love this paper. It's got that vintage vibe to it. Oh, look, sheet of alpha stickers, that's cool. Happy Days, Good Times banners. 2 of them. Red dot on the back, stars and a lovely green. This reminds me of the Joker's hats. Can't remember what it's called. What do they call it? Paper straws. Oh, it reminds me of the that looks like paper straws. Those Joker hats. Can't remember the name of that pattern. Lovely floral. Some of them upside down. Let's turn these around. Looks like I haven't used any of this collection at all. They're all over the place. Yay. Nice. Oh, I like that one. Ooh, might be using that one. another one of them we've had earlier, yes. And then the party streamers and the vintage cut aparts. They are really cool. You're invited to a party. Yeah, really nice. So that is that one. Going back through all these, it's like, oh, I have so many nice things. I just want to use them all. I'm over the saving them for another day because, like, you know, these ones I've had for lots of days and I haven't used them yet. Time to get them used. Use up the stash. Whoops. Alright, 13. 3 more to go. What do we have? Upside down. Okay, let's try that again. Whee! Right, we have 2 photos of me when I was on my way to a family member's wedding, I think, possibly, somewhere I was going, all dressed up. And my now husband asked, because we met online, and he asked me to send him a photo of me. So I went, oh, okay, I've got that as a recent one, I'll send that. He must have thought I was good looking because he went, yes, let's meet in person. Alright, Beautiful Life. This one I have used and used and used, but there's still lots left. So I even saved the scraps because, you know, you can tuck them in. Alpha sheet sticker with a few banners and tickets still left. This one, see, I've used a bit, I've cut a bit out, but still lots of things that I can use on there. There's another sticker sheet. Is that the same? That's different. So lots and lots on there. More scraps. I've used this collection a lot, I think, for my daughter, for some of her pages, because it's just stunning, and I think I bought a lot of it. Butterflies, and then there's more. So I've punched butterflies out of there. Love this floral. Oh, gorgeous. And there's still whole pages I haven't touched. That's how much I bought of it. Beautiful little birds. And oh, that's really cool. Oh, I know. I have a good idea for that one. And tickets. I remember having several pages of that. And more butterflies and doilies. Bingo numbers. Oh, that's really cool, actually. Oh, that reminds me. I want to do a page on when we used to play bingo quite a lot. We've got a bingo set, and we used to love to play bingo. That's before our dog, because now if they roll off the table like they do sometimes when you're playing, he's likely to eat them. So we haven't played bingo. That must be for quite a few years, because he's like 4 years old now, so. Ah, dear. Alright, so let's say 13. 2 more to go. Sorry, I just want to check on the time. I want to get the crack on. My husband's going to go to work soon. Right, day 14. Second last one, monsters. So I didn't have a photo. I did want to find a photo. I know I have one of my son on his little fold-out lounge when he was like 2. That's when this movie came out. And he was absolutely obsessed by it. We bought the video. This is before DVDs. We bought the video. And he was absolutely obsessed by this movie. And I've got a photo of him actually glued to the TV. Like, he sat on this lounge the whole time and didn't move it. This is a kid with ADHD. And he did not move the whole time this thing was on. So I wanted to document that memory, but I couldn't find that photo. So I printed out one of the actual movie, and that'll have to do. So, reminisce. Monsters. So we've got stickers that haven't even been opened, and I've had this collection a long time. Monster eyes with a stripe on the back. Monster paper. Crazy and scary. More eyes. I don't know why did I buy 3, 4 sheets of that paper. I don't know, but I suppose it's good basic green. And then another monster sheet, of which I bought 2. So I must have had lots of plans for this collection. Didn't use it at all. There you go. Could use the eyes for Halloween, but we don't do Halloween here in Australia much, so there you go. Silly sometimes the things that you buy, and then you don't use it because you go, what did I buy that for again? Okay, so there we go, 14. And we're on to the last one for this video, 15. Okay. And we have two photos of my mum. And these are photos that she would have sent to my dad, or he took with him. He was in the Navy when he was on the ships. Mum sent this to him. To my darling, with all my love, Val. So she sent these to him when he was on the ship somewhere. And then I wanted to include this because at the cemetery where Mum and Dad are, on Mother's Day, there's someone who goes around and leaves these with a skewer through it stuck in the ground for every mother. So that was the most recent Mother's Day. I brought it home and thought, yes, I'm going to use that in a page. So I'm going to document that. And these are the papers. 12 by 12 collection Delight by Prima. And I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of paper in this one left. Cut aparts, alphas, tags. Oh, this is still in a paper pad. Another sticker sheet with tags and banners, a few circles, cut apart sheet, 2 of them, and that's all that's left in that paper pad. And then we have some patterned paper, double-sided. That's Stella and Rose. That's from My Mind's Eye. This is from, this is actually from this paper pad. Oh, see, these are ones, I pulled these out of this paper pad and put them in my section on my shelf that was color-coded, and then regretted doing it because I was going through it this morning trying to find papers that I could put with this, and I saw these and went, oh, they work really well. And they happened to be from this paper pad that I tore out. So if I hadn't have done that, I would have just been able to pick up the paper pad and everything that I wanted, needed, would be in there. These are not from that paper. Oh, it's a Christmas one. But I picked it up for this. It's got no name or anything on there. I like the blue. This is a Case of Craft. So just picked up some ones that go colour-wise to this paper pad that I can use. Might not use them, but I sort of was going to the, obviously the fleur-de-lis look and lots of writing. Oh, and there's more of the paper pad. Oh, hang on. Oh no, that is the paper that I've flicked through. Okay. So that is it. That was 15. And that's what I have prepared so far. I will come back in another video and have page kits 16 through to 30. So with this 30 days of sketches in June, starts 1st of June. There's a Facebook group to join to get the sketches each day as they come out, and then to post a photo of your layout each day. I will link that below. There will also be a playlist linked below for anyone who's making videos can add their videos to the playlist. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next video to see the next layouts, and then going forward when I release the video for each layout that I've done. If you've liked this video, hit the thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that notify bell so that you know when my next video comes out. Thanks for watching, and have a scrap happy day. Bye bye.